was the strangest interview ever. It's in a
Yeah.
Get the shit. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, cool. We're good to go. What's up? This is Metal Nate, and I'm here with Winston McCall from Parkway Drive. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Kind of dizzy.
How's this tour going for you?
Good. Coldest tour we've ever done, but yeah, real good.
I noticed. Usually I try to see you wearing shorts or something. Cause
Yeah, not this time. Not this. Normally we'll wear shorts and anything, but like we got to Canada and it was like ice and snow and. Can't wear flip-flops and shorts in that.
Oh, were you driving down from Canada to this state?
Not. I think we played Philly last night, so we've come back up, and Philly was actually the warmest day I've had in a while.
And then you got to drive through snow, right?
Oh yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah. And actually, I spoke with you on Warped Tour, and since then you've been touring all over the world. You did an Australia tour with The Ghost Inside, actually.
Yeah.
And you've been able to tour a bunch of other places, Europe as well?
Europe, oh god, Middle East, Australia.
Middle East,
yeah,
where?
Middle East. We played Israel and Turkey.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Was it a good experience?
Yeah.
How big were those shows?
They were both sold at that. I think it was like, I think Turkey was at 300 people and Israel was like 800 or something like that. Cool. Insane shows and insane places. It was just one of those things where you just kind of constantly have to slap yourself and go, where are we?
Your surroundings are like, we're playing a show here?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah, it was pretty crazy.
And the ones in Australia, those were like thousands of people.
Yeah.
That's what The Ghost Inside were telling me.
Yeah, that's like the biggest tour we've ever done. That was the release shows for Deep Blue, and it was like, I don't know, 5,000 people, which is ridiculous.
And that was their first time hearing the new tune, because we got to hear it first.
It was. It was. We started playing Warped Tour first, so stayed to go first, which was nice. But yeah, it was cool to go home, and we played a bunch more songs than that than we did on Warped. And we're like, I wonder if this is going to go down. And we played it, it was great. It was just, Jesus, is this happening?
So with that in mind, then how is your set working on this tour?
Well, it's kind of similar rotation to the one we played in Australia. But, we're just trying to play a little bit of everything, to be honest. It sucks when I know a lot of people hate it when a band brings out a new record and then goes on tour and just plays new stuff. So we don't want to be that band, but at the same time we like the new songs. So there's a few in there, and there's a fair few really old things, a fair few stuff on Horizons, and yeah, just a little bit of everything, I guess.
So we'll get to hear Romance is Dead?
Oh, I can't give that away.
Oh, okay. Actually, it's good. It'd be better if it's a surprise.
So much better if it's a surprise, and because we never end up playing that one.
And recently, there's been some major flooding and damage in Australia from cyclones and then just the rainy season in December and January. How has that affected you guys? Because you're away from home. I mean.
Well, we were actually home when that hit. It was crazy. It was like Brisbane's 2 hours north of where we lived. We have a lot of friends there and stuff, and I was actually supposed to be getting tattooed on the day the floods hit there, which was insane. And I had to cancel that because the tattooist couldn't make it to the studio because she was cut off. And it's pretty mental. Like, it was the biggest natural disaster that hit Australia, I think. Like, I can't remember how many people were dead, but the water and the floods to start with went from like, I think it was like no water to 25 feet in 10 minutes or something like that. And the images and stuff were just insane. Like, it was like just rivers, like hundreds of yards
kangaroos,
wide.
I saw all these crazy photos.
Insane. Just like cars and houses just gone, washed away, people vanished. And there was, like, after the floods, the amount of water that there was in Queensland was the size of France and Germany combined. It was underwater, which is, it's a lot to take in. And then straight after that, like the next week, we get hit by like the biggest cyclone / hurricane in the southern hemisphere. And yeah, it just decimated Queensland. So we got lucky. Like, it was Brisbane caught the flooding, and then the storm system moved down the coast and somehow missed Byron, and then it was like 100 miles north, 100 miles south of Byron just got wiped out.
So is Byron Bay still an island?
Yeah, we got away with it, which was lucky, but everyone else just got nailed. It was crazy.
How is it now? Is it getting better? Are you hearing from folks back home?
I think it's getting better. Like, it's just one of those things. Like, it was a lot of damage, so it's going to take a while. But the volunteer effort after it was mental. Like, literally the day the floodwaters went down, so many people flew and drove and went to the areas that they had to turn volunteers away. There was too many people there. It was crazy. So that's pretty amazing.
And now that we're 2 full months into 2011, because today's 28th, so what are your goals for Parkway Drive for the rest of the year?
We don't really have goals, to be honest. Like, it's just one of those things we kind of take as it goes. At the moment, we have a bunch of tours lined up, which is cool if people want to see us. Hopefully the tour's going well. We're psyched to start writing new material. Like we started when we got home because we realised like it took a hell of a long time to get into that. The gap between writing and Steve was pretty big. We don't want to leave it that long again. And we're excited to write again. So that process has started again. And we've been filming a lot as well. So we have ideas for some more film-based projects. Yeah, I guess just a whole bunch of stuff on the table that we're just psyched to be working with. And at the moment they're just ideas, but yeah, we're definitely not staying quiet.
Okay, and next album, I'm just throwing this off the cuff here. Do you think you're going to try to work with Adam Dukowitz, or are you going to do something different again?
We'll see how we go. Like, I really loved the working process with Adam in the past. I really loved working with Joe as well. Like, they were two completely opposite things, but they worked so well. So we have, yeah. Well, we've had thoughts of getting them together, or we've had thoughts of going with either one, and it's just one of those things that'll come down to timing and whether or not they want to do it. But so far, they're both awesome dudes, and they've both proved themselves pretty well in our eyes.
Yeah, definitely. And how long is this current touring cycle going to last? I guess my next question before the next Parkway Drive album. Do you think?
Not quite sure. It depends. Like it's one of those things. Like we don't want to keep coming back playing the same songs over and over. At the same time, we find the more albums we have out, people don't seem to get sick of the old stuff, so we can't cull any of it. So you just kind of have to start rotating things, and the sets can remain reasonably different. But we don't want to just, ride this album into the ground kind of thing. So there we go. It'll be a case of, less a case of sitting down and saying, oh, we now have a record, and more a fact of when we have something done, we'll have it done. We don't really want to be a band that just puts out something for the sake of it kind of thing. So we will work as quick as we can to write something that we like, because we are definitely excited to be writing things again. But at the same time, if we don't write stuff we like, we're not going to release it.
Yeah, I understand. So you haven't noticed that you haven't done any sort of bonus track B-sides or anything? No,
not really. Well, the thing is, a lot of bands go in and they'll go to record and they'll write 30 songs, and they'll say, oh, these are the songs that make it to the album. We never write in that way. We write songs that we like, and once it's done we say that's good enough, and we'll leave it at that, and then we write an album's worth of stuff, and we never have anything extra left over. We write songs until we have what we think is an album that we like, and then we leave it. So we never really have B-sides. There's no secret vault of Parkway songs hanging around. So it's,
Damn.
Sorry about that. There's a few crappy riffs here and there, but no actual songs.
That's okay. Do you write it all on the road, or is that something you prefer to do strictly when you're at home, you have time?
A bit of both. The last record was written mainly at home over a period of time, and the record before that was mainly written on the road. And these days, with technology being as it is, Jeff's addicted to Pro Tools, so he'll just be plugging in his computer and doing junk and programming drums a bit, so he comes up with a fair bit. But me personally, for lyrics, that just comes wherever, the inspiration kind of thing. If it's at home or if it's sitting in the car at 4 a.m, that just comes whenever. Words are a lot easier to write than instruments, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, you can't really bring drunk kid on the bus either.
Exactly, yeah. We can do what we can with programming stuff, but that takes a while and it's still just programming. So you can at least get kind of ideas going. Full songs definitely takes sitting down together and feeling things out.
Definitely. And if you could tour with any lineup of bands right now, if you could build your dream tour, I want to hear it.
I'll start with the Warriors, which are really random because they're actually on this tour, but I'll tour with them until the day we die. They're like our best friends, and I love that band so much. Bad Religion, favourite band in the world. Gaslight Anthem, second favourite band in the world. And you're looking at a pretty varied tour at the moment, but bring Johnny Cash back from the grave as well.
Fair enough. That's the first answer I've had from a band that hasn't been Metallica. So.
Yeah, there you go. Well, if it was Jeff answering, that would be the first question you'd get. That's the first answer you'd get to the question in Metallica, but yeah.
Well, I appreciate that. That's an out-of-the-box answer. Yeah. What was your favorite album of 2010?
Oh.
And you can be a couple. You can have some time, so you don't.
I loved American Slang. I loved Gaslight. That record was amazing. What else have we got? God. Terror, Keepers of the Faith was phenomenal. New Ghost Inside record was amazing. I'll leave it at that because I'll just start going through the vault otherwise. But yeah,
okay.
There was a lot of good stuff that came out, which is good. Both heavy music and non-heavy music. And these days I listen to a lot of stuff that isn't necessarily music at all. I really like Kanye's music. I really like it. That thing's amazing.
Awesome. And so I guess it's on to my next part of the question. What are you currently listening to in heavy rotation?
Oh, Trapped Under Ice, Sufjan Stevens, Kanye. It seems like every morning at like 4 a.m. while someone's driving, Hatebreed's on, so Hatebreed's drummed into my head constantly. I think that it'll never lose its impact. But, yeah.
Hatebreed's great, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna diss on Kanye or anything.
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, then you're like, hold on, I'm gonna let you finish.
Yeah. And like, for me, like, it's really weird because he's not one of those guys you can genuinely hate. He seems to be an asshole, but he also seems to be the guy that says, "I'm going to do the best thing in the world," and then does it. And fair enough to someone that can pull that shit off.
yeah, I agree. What would you be doing right now if you weren't lead singer of Parkway Drive?
Oh, I'd be a bum, man. I'd be like, I have zero skills, so I'd probably be washing dishes somewhere in our hometown and still be stuck there.
Well, you'd be a beach bum?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's the town we come from. Like, it's very hard to leave because it's got awesome surf and it's a great place. But at the same time, you got no jobs, so you just do shitty jobs for the rest of your life. Kind of thing if you ever stay there.
Well, I was gonna say, when you guys were initially touring Australia, as like when you're just starting out, weren't you like living in a shipwreck or something?
No.
That's what the DVD made it seem like.
No, the DVD, not necessarily living in a shipwreck. We've stayed in a shipwreck on tour, but no, we just lived in like.
It's pretty gnarly.
That was gnarly, dude. We've slept in some pretty crazy places, like really crazy places.
Okay, wait, I want to hear about this. Go.
We've slept in castles. We've slept in shipwrecks. We've slept like in the mountains. Like all you could hear when you were going to sleep was coyotes around you, which was pretty wild. Like it's like. We're still alive and we like slept like on these plains and the deserts and stuff like that. Like a lot of gnarly places.
So you love the outdoors?
Yeah, definitely. Like that's why like you see the DVD and you see all the stuff of us sleeping in these places and doing it hard, whatever. It seems like we have a lot of people go, oh man, you guys did it so tough. Like it wasn't us going, oh we have to do this. We're generally psyched to do it. Like it's awesome just having a sleeping bag and sleeping under the stars kind of thing. It kind of sucks when it's snow outside and you realise you can't do that. And yeah. I've slept on plenty of park benches and stuff like that, sidewalks, and got pneumonia from it.
Oh wow!
Stuff like that, yeah. Like this, I almost died on the first tour when we tried sleeping outside in Europe. But yeah, it's one of those things we generally like doing. It's an adventure. It's cool.
I mean, I'm sure it beats living in a tiny van.
Yeah, well, at the same time, like we live in the van now. Like I stay in the van every night, so it's cool. It's one of those things that if you actually embrace the lifestyle and you don't necessarily like every hotel room looks the same. So
yeah.
When you're given the chance to do something a little different, it's cool.
Cool. And where is Parkway Drive headed after this tour?
Home. Well, no, actually, wait up. Half of us are heading home, and half of us are going to South America and trying to ride motorbikes up the stretch of South America. So yeah.
Are you part of that half?
No, I'm going home and I'm heading to the South Australian desert in the middle of nowhere trying to find surf. So yeah.
The desert.
Yeah. Literally the desert. There's like the bottom half of Australia is like this massive desert, and it's just cliffs that drop straight into the water. And there's crazy.
So one giant beach.
Well, one giant cliff with reefs at the bottom of it.
So how do you get back out of the water when you're
climbing cliffs? You climb up onto the rocks, then you climb the cliff path.
Tell me you're gonna bring someone with you to film this.
Yeah, of course. I think me and my brother are gonna do it. So it's pretty wild. It's like it's crazy ocean, massive sharks and all that. So
that sounds terrible. That sounds terrifying.
Yeah, it is. There's really good waves there, and the other guys are like starting down somewhere in Peru, and they're buying motorbikes, and they have like.
That also sounds dangerous though.
Oh yeah.
You get like robbed by someone.
Yeah, dude, they're chucking surfboard racks on the side and they're driving like up through Chile and hopefully making it through.
Well, I don't want to jinx them. So
we'll see how we go. Yeah,
I don't want to jinx you either.
I know certain people in the band can't ride motorbikes yet, so we'll see how we go.
Okay, well I will hope that you don't get
dead.
None of you guys get attacked by sharks or
robbed or killed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Where do you see the band 5 years down the road?
Hopefully still alive. That'd be nice.
I didn't mean to follow that up with that question. That's one on my sheet. I'm sorry.
It's really hard to tell. Like if you had told me 5 years ago that we'd be doing this, like 5 years ago we first started touring the States and we were playing with like 30 kids, and we thought that was the best thing in the world. And now there's thousands of people watching us, and it's absolutely ridiculous. So I don't know. I could equally see us still doing this and shows being great and us loving what we're doing as much as I could people saying, why the hell did we even like this been in the first place? This is boring. Move on to the next thing.
See, I don't think there's a risk of that. I wasn't sure if this is something you can see yourself doing while your life, as long as there's a demand for it.
Yeah, definitely. Like we love what we're doing, and as long as people like, we'll have us play it, we'll play it. And that also being said, like the day that we lose interest in what we're doing, we're not going to do it anymore. And we're not. I never want to be one of those bands that puts out records for the sake of it, and that fakes having fun on stage. You know, there's nothing sadder than watching people make this desperate grab for that last dollar bill for the sake of their integrity on stage. So, yeah.
Fair enough. Well, that's all my questions today. We should move over into the shower for a second. just for the film version, or the version at least.
Wait.
Oh, did you stop filming?
No, I'm still filming.
Camera.
I'm still filming.
Oh.
There we go.
From the shower.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.